All right, this next comedian is slightly overweight, moderately bald, and he is totally funny. Please welcome back to the program my good friend, Rob Schwartz.
So who out here is ready for springtime? Who's looking forward to the nice weather? Me too. I'm especially looking forward to the first day of spring because that's when my favorite place to get ice cream opens up. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm a boring, plain vanilla kind of person. But for those of you that are into the more adventurous flavors, there's a place just outside of London, a specialty ice cream place, that recently started selling ice cream made from human breast milk. It's true. They think it's going to be a big seller. It's totally organic. It's supposed to taste good. But there's some differences, as you can imagine. For example, if you want to buy it, it doesn't come in pints and quarts. It comes in assorted cup sizes. I was telling my buddy about it, and he asked me if I'd be willing to try it. And I thought about it for a few seconds. I said, yeah, I would try ice cream from breast milk if it was self-serve. A little bit about myself. In my spare time, I'm an EMT with my local volunteer fire department. And as the weather gets warmer, we get a lot more calls for people injuring themselves, doing sports, riding bicycles, that type of thing. And I found as I've gotten older, I tend to be more injury prone. But a lot of times the way I hurt myself isn't doing things you would consider risky. For example, a while ago, I hurt my shoulder pretty bad. And I wasn't playing sports, I wasn't in a car accident. Now, I injured my shoulder putting on a pair of pajama pants. It's absolutely true. I had come home very late one night. House was totally dark, not a light on. My family's asleep, and I wanted to be considerate, not hear crap for coming in so late also. So I worked my way through the dark, up the steps, kept all the lights off, managed to find my pajamas, and proceeded to get undressed. Now, I want you to try to picture this. And I'm not talking about the part of me standing there naked in the dark, because that's just not going to be a good visualization for anybody. I put my first leg in my pajama pants. I went to put the second leg in. Not paying attention, I hit the original hole. And I'm sure some of you have probably done this. Well, anyway, after hopping around like a moron for a few seconds, I fell down, hurt myself. So I wound up going to the doctor. Turns out, torn rotator cuff, I need surgery. He sends me in to speak to the woman that does the surgical scheduling. She asks me a bunch of questions. She gets to, how did you hurt yourself? Hurt myself putting on a pair of pajama pants. She doesn't believe me. Asked me a second time, how did you hurt yourself? I hurt myself putting on a pair of pajama pants. Third time, she gets this real serious look on her face and says, look, I need to know seriously, how did you hurt yourself? I thought about it for a couple seconds, and I said, well, the way I hurt myself was, I've got a problem with chronic masturbation. I got a little bit carried away one night, too much lotion, my hand slipped off, my arm went back, and here I am. Needless to say, she didn't ask me any more questions, and ever since then, anytime I have an injury, from the tip of my finger to the top of my shoulder, I just tell people it's a masturbation injury to cut down on the questions. I follow the news a lot, and a couple things got my interest last week. I was reading about a lady over in Cincinnati. She got pulled over by the police because the tinting on her car windows was too dark. It was illegal. And as the officer approached her vehicle, her driver's window was partially down. He looked inside, and this woman, and again, I'm not making this up, she is going at it with a vibrator while watching a porno on her in-dash DVD, and she has a crack pipe on the seat next to her. Yeah, it's a lot going on there. But I think had it not been for the tinted windows and her getting pulled over, she'd have gotten off. Something else, as we all know, in the United States there's a big problem with divorce. A lot of marriages ending early. And it's not limited to the United States. I was reading about a Turkish couple actually living in Germany. They've been married 18 years. And the man is seeking a divorce from his wife because she has an insatiable appetite for sex, and he just can't take it anymore. The man is exhausted. He's tired at work all the time. It was so bad for him that 4 years ago he moved out of their bedroom and has been sleeping on the sofa in the living room. But that hasn't helped. She still comes in all the time demanding he fulfill his marital obligations. And I know a lot of the guys out there are probably thinking, what's this guy's problem? His wife wants it all the time. It's got to be great. Well, it's not. I can sympathize with the man. My wife and I had a similar problem a while back, and we sought counseling, and we came to an agreement. We would do it once a day, every day, and it would always be right after dinner. Now, the good news is our relationship has gotten a lot better. The bad news is we're now barred from all the local area restaurants. Anyway, that is my time. I actually can't hold my bladder much longer than this. I am a little bit older. And I thank you for your attention.